ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with the Houston Cardinals. We're going to go with my man back here, Mr. Tracy now. Tell me, Tracy, how are you a leader on and off the field?
Well, I mean, I've been doing this for semi-pro for 16 years.
Okay.
So as the old veteran of the squad, I've seen everything. I've gotten 3 championships with other organizations.
Okay.
And I know what it takes to win.
Okay.
I try to instill that in the guys every day. You know, the O-line is a family. The offense is a bigger family.
Okay.
But like Lloyd said and Terry said, it stems from us and reaches back all the way to the running backs.
Okay.
Once we make them comfortable and our abilities up front, it's sky's the limit.
Okay. So Tracy, my man's right here said one of the problems is issues is everybody getting to practice and getting on the same page. How can we tackle that issue in this organization?
Well, basically, Chris has laid down the challenge to each one of us to come out. What days can you be here? Okay. And then my job as an offensive line coaching was to figure out what days we could do it. Okay. And the O-line is come up with a consistent plan. Okay. You know, if you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail.
That's right. That's
so we have a plan. Mondays and Thursdays, we will be there. Okay. And we will be getting better every week. I promise you that.
Mr. Estrada, what have you learned so far being in this organization to make yourself better as a player?
I'm learning a lot from all the guys. You know, I'm new to the team. Just came this year. But, I mean, there's still a bunch of stuff. Nobody knows everything. All right. You know, so there's stuff I didn't know about the line that Big Tracy's taught me.
So tell us real quick, when you out there on that field and you watching Tracy play, what's going on in your head besides wow?
I mean, a lot, you know, just trying to lead myself, you know, just trying to take, you know, I'm a grown man, so just knowing what I have to do on the line and seeing what he does and then looking at my position of where I play as a guard, you know, and knowing the things what I have to do. If he's going this way, blocking this dude, you know, I got to step up and block this one or, you know, double team with him. And I mean, it's just a...
It's a challenge.
Yeah, it is a challenge, you know.
Mr. Boykins, so we sitting here now, preseason is over, getting ready for the regular season, and you had to make some tough decisions over the past couple of weeks with some players that were formerly been Cardinals for a while, and that was choosing themselves first before a team. And like you said, you had personal relationship with these dudes as well as being a coach for them. How hard was it to make those decisions that you made?
Well, first, to let the records be set straight, I'm a coach, not a compromiser. Every guy that is no longer playing for the Cardinals, you still have a place in my heart, so I want you to know that. Right. But, you know, it's like a business. If you have workers in your business and they're not following the guidelines of what your business stands for, then they have to be replaced by somebody that will follow the direction of your guidelines. So, you know, some people have selfish ways. Man, I have them too. Right. I'm not perfect, but I know how to adjust my selfish ways to whatever is important that I have to accomplish. You know, and that was some of the things that some of these guys weren't doing. I mean, we had a timeline on when to turn in your money. We had a timeline on different things, but you know, a lot of things that we had a timeline on, some of the guys didn't make that timeline, you know, and they felt that we should let them, you know, have their way or do what they want to do, man. And that's just not, it's not going down like that.
When it comes to being a leader of an organization, is it hard making those type of decisions? I'm talking about, when I say is it hard, I mean, do you get used to it over a couple of years, or is this something that comes with the territory?
You know, it's really something that comes with the territory, because in order for you to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Okay. You know, and I follow several different people in my lifestyle, in my lifetime, that were positive, and I follow people that were negative. Okay. And the more that I follow negative people, negative outcomes came to it. And the more that I follow positive, positive outcomes came to it. And some people just don't know how to recognize the difference between somebody positive and somebody negative. Okay. And a lot of people are followers of the wrong type of crowd. You know, I just think that this organization right here is an organization that you want to be in and that you want to follow, because we're not putting out anything negative. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to yell at you because I'm a coach. Right. That's what happened to me as a coach, and it got me to another level of football. Right. It pushed me a little harder, but you have to know how and when to yell at somebody. Okay. And it's different. Okay. You know, somebody just yelling at you versus a coach coaching you to motivate you
That's a big
and
difference.
is yelling. It's a big difference. Some guys just can't take the personal coaching, and that's why they're still stuck in the same situation. They'll never get better at whatever that they're doing, whether it's on the field or off the field. Okay. I mean, you have to be able to be coached in life. Period.
That's right. Senator, real quick, tell us about being coachable. What do you tackle that issue that he was just talking about?
Oh, wow.
Some of the players that you left that were pretty good players, pretty key players, but they was all for me, not for team. And how can that affect your offensive line?
A lot of ways, man. We didn't have an offensive line. We had some cats that played offensive line and left to another team.
Right.
You know,
how does that make you feel?
It is what it is to me.
Right.
Everybody's grown. Everybody's gonna do what they want to do. It is what it is. But me first coming last year as a Cardinal under Coach Chris, you know, it was some personal issues I was going through that he actually, as a personal person, talked to me and helped me through them. And I felt not obligated, but loyal to stay with this man. Okay. You know, he's a positive leader. And I talk to him on the regular sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Right. I tell him situations. But as far as other players, man, you got to know who to follow. Right. If you don't want to follow, everybody can't be a leader. Right. It's only one chief in the Indians, you know.
Tracy, can bad apples get inside of an organization and start to rot in the core?
Of course. I mean, bad apple, you know, saying goes, spoil a whole bunch. Okay. And I wouldn't say any Cardinal that's gone is a bad apple. Right. I mean, like I said, I've been with the guys ever since the inception of the team. I missed one game, I believe. Okay. And there are no bad Cardinals. Right. That's just misunderstood Cardinals. Right. That's what I like to say. And there are some misunderstood Cardinals. And they just would, I think if they just hold the faith, just like Chris does. Chris holds the faith. Okay. You know, and that's why I'm able to follow. Because he holds the faith, and I'm looking forward towards something else. You know, I'm not looking for selfish gains. I'm looking for something positive to come out of the entire community. Okay. So once you do that, you know, you put someone else ahead of yourself, then nothing but positive is going to come out of it sooner or later.
Terry, talk to me real quick. Some of the guys that you played with, now you see them playing for other teams and organizations. Do you feel hurt at some point that these guys went to battle with you, stood right here with us at the beginning to say, Cardinals is family, we're going to ride or die, and then they leave and go to another team for unknown reasons?
Well, a little bit it does. But, you know, like they say, we're all grown men. Okay. They make their decisions. I made my decision to come back.
Right, right. Tell me, what's your relationship with Chris off the field versus on the field? Yeah. Is he a leader to you off the field? Yeah.
He's a good leader off the field. He talk to me and stuff. You know, text me. Okay.
Yeah, really good leader. Chris text? Okay. Alex, I'll talk about, because a few weeks ago you was upset with the playing time and everything, but you talked to Coach Chris and you talked to some of the other coaches. Tell us how that situation went.
Well, like I told Coach Chris, and Mama knows something wrong with you. You know, when I came to the game, she already knew I was upset. It really wasn't the play time that I was angry about. It just, I messed up by allowing something outside of football to affect the game and the game plan that we had going. Okay. And being that I wasn't getting the ball, you know, it was kind of selfish the way it was coming out. Okay. But, you know, I can't complain because I brought that on myself. Okay. And, you know, pouting about it wasn't going to make it no better. But, you know, like I say, it was two different things, and I brought it to the wrong environment, and that was my fault.
Real quick, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. We're going to continue on this conversation talking about a player. When at one point do a player become selfish and thinking about all about himself? We'll be right back.